All right, y'all. Good morning and welcome to the show, the big show, Coffee and Craps with John from ProCraps. It's Friday, kind of a weird day today, but weird week, I guess, because we had the Vegas trip and not our normal like sequence of shows. I try really hard to make every week the shows kind of be about the same thing every day, or the same thing all week long. But this one here was kind of a weird one because of the trip. So. Again, my table is not clear. Hold on a second. Let's do that. And it's always an adjustment every day to make with the table view, because that camera doesn't want to autofocus in the morning. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't want to. I got to hit a button to kind of make it go. And then now it gets, anyway, here we go. We are going to do a quick $1 million challenge run. As you know, I failed 2 days in a row, right? You got to win 139 days in a row to win $1 million with the Buckeye Slim system. Now, Waylon's doing the same thing. He's doing $1 million challenge, but he's cheating a little bit. I love me some Waylon, but he's cheating because he started out with $5,000 and he's going all in every time. And he's not following the whatever the rules that Buckeye laid out. So I'm trying to be as strict as I can and follow Buckeye's exact rules to do this thing. So that's why my go here is a whole lot slower than what Waylon's doing and what even Joe's doing, because I'm trying to stick to the exact rules that Buckeye laid out for us. So we're going to be here at $1,200 today. So I lost yesterday a bunch of money. So we're going to be back here for 1,200. Wow. Which means I've got 500 and there's my purple chip. I'll make it look like blacks. Okay, so there's 500, there's 1,000, there's $1,200 in the rack. I've got 200 and whatever left in the side hustle. So we got to get it done today. We're going to do the same thing I've been doing. That 204, I'm going to take $5 out of my side hustle. 204 across. I'm going to run the slot machine. I had faith the slot machine can do it. It actually has won for us almost every day. It's been pretty damn stable so far. So we'll see if we can't get off the schneid here with the bad rolls. But there's going to be 204 across. Let's make those look like 42 with the buck change. Thank you, Kathy. And here we go. Puck's off, coming out. Let's make a quick $200. There's 2 sevens. Golly. Just like the garage. You know what I'm doing? Going to blues. Going to the heavier blue dice. There it is. Change things up. There's a 9. 6, 3. Let's do it. All right. There's a 4. Sweet. That would pay, it'll pay 50 for one, but we're out of one. So it'll be $49. I'll switch that out for greens later. There's a 5. That will pay a true 50 for one of those dollars. Let's hit number 2. There's aces, which we don't care about. I have a thought about adding a horn bet to this, just a $4 horn, which makes it $45 on the wins, but it also doesn't let us burn on these guys over here, right? There's a 5, 50 for one. All right. Can we get it? We got it. Look at us getting $200. Look at us winning $200 today. 50 for one. Again, now didn't win $200. We won a little less than that. What I have in the rack here is 175, 195, 196 in the rack. It's not quite $200. Okay. But it's close enough for government work, right? We're going to call that a good one and be out of here today, right? We're going to call that a win. I'm going to take my 204 back to the rack, and I'm out of here, right? We got to win $200 basically 6 times to be out of this round. We won it once. So there's my, if I take 5 for one over here out of my other rack, that's $200. I'm going to take that. That's 200. Call it a day. And there we go. Day one of month, whatever you call this. We'll call it session or phase 2 or whatever is good. That can go there in the side hustle, and we're in the 401g, and we're back. We're back in the winning back to the winning ways. All right, I'm going to put this back over here in this part of my table. I'm going to bring out an empty rack because later on we're going to play some ATS. I'm going to show you a way to play the ATS that I was talking about yesterday here in just a hot minute. So let's come on back. Waylon, being Waylon, that's why we love Waylon, right? Waylon ain't found a rule yet that Waylon likes. I can tell you that. Waylon strikes me as the kind of guy that don't follow a whole lot of rules. I love me some Waylon. Waylon and I are really good friends. I love him. But yeah, he's doing the $1 million challenge his way. You know, and this challenge gets, how do I say this right? I don't want to say it gets easier, but it gets easier the farther you go. The way that Buckeye has it set up, and let me go back to that screen so you can see it. The way that Buckeye's got this thing set up is this progression of like, okay, now we're in month 3, we're session 3, whatever you want to call it. $1,000 bankroll, win, $200 6 times, right? Which is hard at that low bankroll level. But you start getting into where you're buying in for 20K, right? And you got to win 36,000 from 20,000. It's different because now you're going, 1,200 across, or you're going 6,400 across, and you're able to take bigger wins and pile those things up quicker. The money adds up way quicker with the bigger bankrolls. The smaller bankrolls, it's very, very grindy. You have no place to go. There's no place to regress. Like I was doing the garage today. We did this $15 table iron cross. And with a small bankroll, there's nowhere to go, right? You're going to start at $30. You can only regress one time. You can't make your bets any smaller. You can't take the field and grab multiple things when you're at a small bankroll. At an enormous bankroll, you have room to move. I can go with a $1,000 bet or a $100 bet. And I can bob and weave as I need to with the table. Can't do that at lower bankrolls. And I think it's very hard, these challenges, to kind of get out of the gate when you're playing with the tiny money. It's really, really tough. And that's why I like it. I enjoy this kind of a thing better than having the huge bankroll tries, because this makes me have to think and roll good and make a smart get out of dodge decision like that, right? It's, it's a different mindset with a tiny bankroll. So I think it's a grind, but it's fun. Anyway, there it is. There's your $1 million challenge for today. Let's get into the show here. And what's on tap for today? Well, a couple of announcements to make. One is last night during the Ed and Jeff show, I joined in with them a little bit. The ProCraps channel crested 5,000 subscribers. I was at 49.98 all day. I kept checking it, just to see. It never, and it fluctuates, right? Up, 1, down 2, whatever. During that show, we got to 5,000, which is kind of a cool. It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't change anything with YouTube. It's just kind of a cool number to have, right? I think it's kind of neat. Now, and I talked with Ryan from Mark the Point. You see, he's on there too. Last night, we had a nice hour and 15-minute interview, and we covered a lot of topics in that one. And part of what I said in that show was that the next version of ProCraps channel is this. I'm probably going to unlist every video on the channel. They'll be there. I'll put them in playlists so you can find them, but the channel itself will be publicly emptied. And then I'm going to refilm everything. And the reason for that is this, and I'll give you kind of a precursor into what I'm thinking about. One thing Ryan, I think, was going to ask me but didn't last night was, why did I start my channel? And the old axiom, those who can't teach kind of a thing, right? Well, I've been playing craps my entire life. But I've always played it from young kid till 3 years ago, the way that I played it, the come ladder, a little bit of don't pass with odds, sometimes inside betting, like very simple plays, super disciplined plays. Never gave a whole lot of thought to it though. Like, it just did what I did because it works and you do your thing, right? When I started the channel, the thought that was in my head was, like when I teach computer programming, I've been coding forever too, right? I started my first software company when I was 25 years old. Self-taught programmer, no schooling. And I built a couple of software companies from that. And I thought I was pretty good, right? When I lost my company, we lost it in 2008 because of the market crash. I had to go get a real job. And I got a real job at a real company doing real programming. And I'm like, I don't know anything. I thought I knew stuff. And I'm like, I really had not been exposed to the entirety of the world of computer programming. I knew what I knew, but I didn't know it, right? So I got way better in that role as a coder. And then when I took the side job of teaching, and now I'm a teacher now, but I took a side job as teaching programming for a side job for extra money to pay for college for my kids. And again, thought, nah, I can teach. Nobody is a born teacher, right? You have to learn how to teach. But honestly, when I started teaching programming, I got so much better at programming because you got to break it down to somebody who's ever done it before. And by breaking down all the things that I took for granted in coding and saying, hey, here's how a loop works. Here's why a function matters. Here's all these things. I got so much better as a coder, as a programmer, because I had to break down the stuff to newer people. And Craps, this channel became the same thing. Like when I started the channel, it was like, let me teach it. And as a course of teaching it, I've got to dive into all the whys and all the math and all the shit that we talk about every day. To really be able to teach it, I had to really understand way more about the game. It's like you intrinsically know how to press and how to play when you play for 30 years, but you don't really understand the guts to it. That's why I started the channel. And I think 3 years into the channel, 5,000 subscribers later, I know what I want to do with it now. And I want to build a gambling curriculum with Craps being the centerpiece of it. And so I want to take all those videos down, rebuild the whole thing, kind of ground up with like my actual, if I was going to teach a course, like a credit bearing course at a college on how to do this, that's what that channel is going to become. Like the math understanding behind it, the way that we press, the way we practice, all those things. I want to build like a linear course through it. So I'm going to take a lot of that crap down and do new stuff with it. It'll give me some more fire now to get it. And again, the goal, bring that channel and bring this channel to 10,000 subscribers, because I want to be able to do like we did at Casino Quest. I want to be able to do the fundraiser through the chat on my own channel. We have to use Casino Quest because they have enough subscribers to do the fundraiser. We don't. We need 10,000 subscribers to do that. So we're getting there, but it's going to take a hot minute. So we got to get to that number. And I think changing the focus of ProCraps channel and changing the focus of this channel to be more live stuff like we've been doing is going to get us there. So anyway, that was fun to get to that number last night. Good time with Mark DePoint last night. We talked about a lot of things. I re-explained my thoughts on trending, re-explained my thoughts on Crapless and the ATS. And I'll tell you, if you didn't watch it, watch it. Go to his channel and watch it. But to summarize, and I was talking to actually my good friend JB, Myopia Movie, this morning over text. My opinions on things are more nuanced now. I mean, I'm more fact-based. Obviously, we know the math on all these things. I know that the ATS math does not support playing it. I also know that I see it hit quite a bit, right? So there's this kind of like, what do you do with that knowledge? And, you know, I'm trying to be less dogmatic in what I say and what I like. I don't want to be up here saying to you, you should never do this, or you're a fool if you do that. What I find is that the longer I do the channel and the longer I play this game, you realize that it's not a beatable game. There's no advantage to be had, right? The casino has the advantage all the time, right? So what I'm finding is ways that I enjoy playing. Like, yeah, short stack, protect my money, go for the house money plays. It's enjoyable to me. I like to grind a little bit and see if I can't get that money off the table. I enjoy that little boxing match. I enjoy when I get to house money or when I get to even Steven, try to hit the home run, right? I know I can't beat it with math. I know I can't beat it with strategery. I know I can't beat it with bankroll because A, I don't have the bankroll, and B, they limit your tables, right? I know these things are all true, right? And JB reminds me of that. He's like, yeah, you know, the math don't change. I'm like, no, it doesn't change. And I don't want to let the math not changing and the unbeatable nature of casino gambling to bring me down. I don't want to be like a doom and gloomer, right? I want to be reality, but not doom and gloom. And so I've discovered is this way of playing that I gather enjoyment from. Dice throwing is part of that, right? I enjoy trying to throw the dice better. I know I can't do it now. It's probably not possible. I don't know, but I'm enjoying the pursuit of it because it's like I've said to everybody here, it's cathartic for me to set the dice, breathe, throw. It's like it makes the game to me enjoyable. It's rhythmic, you know. And when you hit the nice wins, it's always those are fun. So that's where my channel's going. And I tried to explain that last night on Ryan's channel. It's like my nuanced view of the game has just changed now. It's just like, I'm not going to be like trying to beat this game with a unicorn strategy because you can't. I'm not going to try and be sad about it and resign myself to playing the 3-point molly because that's what you're supposed to do and just throw in the towel. I like to think myself through a grind and some opportunity and have fun with it. So that's my take. Today we're going to do a little bit of ATS because of that. I think the ATS is a terrible bet by and large. However, if you approach it with a strategic mind, and you can actually get lucky and hit it, you can make money with it if you attack it in a hard way. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna change screens here, and by the way, forgot to tell you, there's a poll out there. There is a poll out there in the chat. What do you want to see next? Odds maker, which is the pass line and a don't come, right? Pass line bet, don't come bet, both with variable odds. That's it. 2 bets. Can we make paycheck with that? The storm, which is a don't pass, ton of odds going across, kind of a drawdown kind of a system. The 204 slot machine that I've been playing every day here, or the headless horseman. All of those are possibilities. The 204 slot machine can be paired with some don't pass action too. It can be like a 6, 7, 8 sort of thing. Those are the 4 strategies that I'm considering running for the next month. If you have a preference, vote in the chat. There it goes. And you're right. See, and Georgia says this thing, the biggest wins you get come from the ATS, right? These monster boom wins come from that. I don't disagree with that. What I do find is that if you're just going to go 555, 555 every single time, you're going to get burned, especially when you're playing the pass line with it. But if you do this, and let me change my screen, I'm going to show you my spreadsheet from yesterday, and I will make this available. This is actually done in numbers. Not zip. It's done in numbers on the Mac, so I got to convert it over to Google Sheets, and I'll make it available. But here's kind of what I was working on. Oh my God, this is so big. Yesterday, I got to make this here. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to make it as big as the screen so you can see it all. And let's go ahead and make the text. I'll make the text all a little bigger. Zoom it in some so you can see the numbers at least. Okay, so here is sort of, I'm gonna make these columns a little bit wider for you so you can see them. Let's go there. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Let's say your base ATS bet is $5. I'm over here on the right side. $5 base ATS bet and a $5 increment, which is a lot, okay? Which means you're gonna start out with a $5 bet and go 555. $10 bet and go 10, 10, 10. A $15 bet and go 15, 15, 15. A $20 bet and go 20, 20, 20. You follow my pattern here? Your base bet goes up by $5 every single time. Every time you don't hit the ATS, it goes up by a tiny, tiny bit. You follow? Not a martingale, not even a full unit, just one betting unit, right? That's it. Couple that with a pass line bet that's bigger than the ATS. So $15 555 gets $20 pass line, right? A 10 10 10 gets 30, a 15 15 15 gets 50. So we're always having the pass line bet a little higher than the ATS itself. So the come out sevens become a profit center for you, right? I also put here the at risk you have now. So on the first shooter, if you went 555, $20 pass line, you're at $35 in risk, okay? If they PSO, you get nothing out of that roll. The next shooter, you're going to go 10, 10, 10, 30 on the pass line, right? You're at $60 in risk for that shooter, right? But also your total risk is 95 because of the guy before. So you want to know like where you are here. So my goal is going to be to like, okay, let's go 555 and 20. Let's try and make $35 on this shooter. And then we're paid for, right? And get out of the hand. My getting out of the hand means paying for the ATS. And if you take this kind of a progression, you'll see that at some point along the way, the one leg, the tall or the all at number 9 right here becomes a loser for you, right? So if you went 555 and incremented it by $1, right? That goes back to to day 7 where you start losing it. If you go to like $1 ATS bets right, we can stretch it out a little bit. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, is having this sort of a way to kind of move through the ATS in a way that makes, I don't want to say that makes sense, but if you can hit the ATS down here when you're at 30, 30, 30 level, right, you can make $3,000 net, right? You can still make a huge pile of money because you've increased your ATS size as you go. So let's do that. Let's do the $1 ATS with a $10 pass line and try and work our way through the system this way. And that's what I'm going to do this morning. So we're going to go and play the ATS for the next 15 minutes or so, maybe 20 minutes, and just do a little progression, but keep our eyes on the prize in terms of how much money we got at risk in total. And yeah, that's it. Let's go to the table. Can I get in there? There we go. There's my zoomed in view of the table. I will actually zoom it out for you because I think you probably want to see that. Let's zoom it out. Let's zoom it out. Come on, Johnny. Let's do that. Actually, if I do this view here, that's the wrong one. I was going to do the KPI view, but that KPI does not show you the ATS. I'll change that out. We'll go here just so you can see the dice better. Let's do it. Let's play an ATS, and I'll mark it up as we go. Wish me luck. Let's do a bankroll of, let's see, to do it at the dollar level, my maximum total risk, and if I lose every single time, it's going to be $3,000. Okay, so I'm going to put $3K in the bank. We're not going to use it all, I hope. There's $3,000. There's 6 purple chips, $3,000 in the rack. All right, we're going to keep an eye on things as we go. I'm going to take this one here. I'm going to make it look like this. We're going to go like that and break it all the way down. Okay. So one $500 chip becomes 4 blacks and a bunch of greens and a bunch of reds. And let's see if we can't make some money. Let's try and make this money back. My first bet is going to be a $10 pass line bet, and we'll do 1, 1, 1. I'll put it in the cum so you can see it. That's where it's going to go. 1, 1, 1 up here in the cum. I can just drop it like that. I will mark the numbers with lammers where they live. So it'll be hard to find out, but here's all your 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5, 6, and 8. I'll mark them. I'll mark the ATS numbers there. I don't have ATS bubbles on my table. 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That's all 12. So I'll mark them with the lammers so you can see them. And let's see if we can't make a miracle happen today. All right. And if not, you can at least see the progression of it and how I'm going to approach getting my money back. Let's do it. Puck is off. Dice are out. Give me a come out 7. If I get a come out 7, we're in River City. All right. There's going to be a 4, 1, 5. Okay. That's the point. We're going to mark the 5. Okay. And there's your first ATS number is the 5. Now, I know I've got $13 at risk out here, right? We got 1, 1, 1 and 10 on the pass line. Okay. So what do I got to do? Like, what's my number one priority here is to get out of this hand, right? I want to make sure that those bets are paid for so I don't have to worry about it. So one thing that I can do is, and again, this is a big risk, but I can take 64 bucks. I'll take 75 out of my rack and go across. We'll go 64 across. And again, big ass risk. I know that. 64 across with $11 change. Let's get a roll in here. Okay, we got a 5, which is great. We got the 5, which means that pays 14 bucks. We can do 15 for 1. Actually, 15 for $1, and I'm covered, right? All the bets here are now off. Okay. I get a little bit of change, actually, or my 15 bucks back in the rack. This 15, by the way, covers the ATS. That's my $10, and that's my 3. I'm actually up $2 on this shooter. Puck is off, and I don't care anymore. Nothing bad can happen to me now. I'm just trying for the ATS. All the bets are off. I'm not playing for anything else. I'm just trying to get an ATS hit. There's an 8, 5, 3, 8. I'm gonna put this here in the front. There's an 8. That's the new point, and we mark it. Just trying for the ATS, and nothing else matters. A buckshot of that point too. Actually, I gotta move these over to here. I'm sorry, I keep moving them around, but I don't know where to put them. I'll put the ATS money down there. Just it just needs to be out of the way so I can get the dice in place. All right, there's a 7. It resets everything, right? But remember, we're already in profit. We're already in profit for the shooter. We're gonna win $10 on the pass line. We're gonna lose our $3 ATS. But remember the rule, right? The rule is, or the progression is, now we go to 222 on the ATS. We're gonna up it up. I can take $5 out of my win and go 222 on the ATS. We're still at a $10 bet down there. We're gonna stay at $10 here until, excuse me, until this thing crests $10. But right now, this $6 is covered. I won 10, I'm out for 6. I netted $4 on that transaction right there. I can leave the bets off. No matter what happens here, the bets are gonna be off. And we're just playing for the ATS. And the idea here is to just literally not do anything else other than cover those bets somehow. So right now we're in good spot. Aces, that's freaking awesome. There's the aces. Look at that. Booyah. There's ace deuce. Oh my God, look at us getting all the hard ones out of the way. Yeah. Come on, horn. 4. We're just gonna march the soul. This is the crapless craps marching soldier right there. Right, look at that. It's a 7. Damn it, we didn't get it. We all just needed a 6 for the small. That would have been awesome, right? That would have been awesome. Didn't get it. Would have been cool. So now we're out all of that, right? We're out the $16. So now we have to go up again, okay? Our next ATS is gonna be $7. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab 5 whites. Okay, and now we're gonna be upside down again. So $7 to the ATS. It's gonna be 333, so it's $9, right? So $9, 111, 222, 333, $9 there. Still $10 here on the pass line. Let's look at our total outlay so we know where we are. We have 64 across, sitting here waiting. 74, 75, and 4 is 80. Basically $80. There's $90. There's 100. Okay. If you think about what's out here on the felt, that's $100 on the felt with that extra white. We're still in profit by $11. So we're good. We don't have to worry about playing the 64 across right now. Right? Again, bankroll management, know where you are. Let's come out. There's another 5. And off we go. Just playing the ATS. That's all we're doing. Just there's another 5. Don't matter. At some point we're gonna hit a point where we have to catch back up again. We're not there yet. There's a 4. I'll put it down here. Easier to see. 7. Damn it. Stupid 7s. Just take all your money, right? Reset the ATS. All that goes away, and now we're going to be upside down. Right now, it's going to be 12 on the ATS. That's going to be there's the $12 because it's now 444. This has to now be $15, so we're going to have to break $100. Again, 75. We'll do 75 and 25 like that. This goes to 15 because that's higher, right? That's higher than the 12. So it goes to the next $5. That's how I'm going to run this thing. I'm going to keep this thing here ahead of that thing there. So that's, what is that total? $25, $27 out there on the ATS. So if we don't get a come out 7 here to cover that, then we're going to have to play the box. And this is where you get this like diminishing returns kind of thing. But we'll see if it works out, right? There's a 213. Can mark that up. We're going to lose this, okay? Back out for 15 again. Now we have to win 15, 30, whatever that is. 15, 30, $42. We're down 42 on this shooter. We have to make that up. right? There's an 8. That's your point. There's the 8. All right, here we go. We got to win. Now, what do? Turn the bets back on. Up here, the 64 across goes back on. We're down $42. We could play at 64 and grab a couple of numbers, right? We could go with an inside 66 if you wanted to, which I know makes $50, right? We can try that. I'm going to get some whites out of here and do a little skill 66 as a play to make $50, which covers our $42 that we're down, right? Let's try that as a way to get through it. And here we go, right? 7 out right away. Ah, crap. Lose everything. Now what are we down? I'll put the losses over here so we know where we are. We're at 66. That sucks. That really freaking sucks. All right, we're at 66, 25, 50, 75, 85, $87 down. And again, if you're going to play this way, you've got to know where the hell you are. There's $87 that were tossed. This goes to 1515 or 555. Now we're at that level. Let's get nickels. So we're at 555. So it's $30 in the middle. What did I do? That. And down here we go to 25 on the pass line. Okay. So we're 5.5, so we're $30 here. This has to also be $30. Sorry, that's gonna be 32. So $87 out. 30 and 30 is another 60, so that's 140 out. We're gonna have to do some work up here in the top. Let's go. Let's make it happen. Come out 11. That's awesome. All right, $30 in the pass line. So that covers that bet. You can take that back to the rack, or you can be Mr. John and stack it, right? If we catch another winner here, that covers both bets, right? We can be aggressive and stack it. Again, the play is to make enough money to cover both bets plus our light losses. There's a 1, 2, 3, which absolutely sucks. Oh man, we lost another $30. That blows. All right, I'm gonna put $30 over here in the loss pile. Yikes. Brutal. Brutal. Would have been good. Let's go. All right, there's a 6, 4, 10 on the end. Let's mark the 10. That's 2 numbers. Yay. But now we got to make a lot of money, right? We're down. We have $60 in action. First priority, make the $60. Second priority, try and recover some of this stuff up in here. Okay, so what are we going to do? We can go with a 110 inside. A little press and pull in there, maybe. Again, the goal is to cover the bets. Oh my God, another one. Look at that. PSO again. Woo! Hard to make money. Hard to make money when this is what's happening, right? Look at how much we're down. And again, all this will fall too. Was that $60 there? 50, $60. And what's our total? Our total chase right now, there's 200, 50, 275. So we're upside down 275, about 290. Remember that, because as we're playing through this thing, even if we get an ATS win, it may not cover the loss. We're just trying to get the win to cover the losses here, right? Let's go back out again. Now we're at 666 over here. Let me get some change, 50. Here's 100. I'm going to take. There we go. All right, so we're at 16 or $18. So it's 666, $18 on the ATS. $25 on the pass line. The rest of this goes into the rack. And everybody says a Hail Mary. Let's go. Come on out. 10. We got, oh, that should be 25. That should be 30, $40. My bad. Because that's 18. Yeah, 25 is the right number. 25 is the right number. All right, here we go. We're on a 10. Market. What do we do up here to get our money back? God, we've just been getting killed so far, right? I'm going to still go. Let's do a 110. Let's go 110. We'll try that again. Again, we got to make something up here. We got to get something to help mitigate some of those other losses. I want to start pulling money out of that loss pile. Let's just not have another freaking PSO, right? There's a 9. Fantastic. All right. So the 9 was the point. It was not. 10's the point. Mark the 9. 9 pays 35. Okay, we're going to drop $9. I'm going to press the insides. Watch this. Press the insides by 44. Give me an inside number. Another 9. Cool. All right, that's great. That'll pay 50 for 1. For 1, we'll take $50. And that's going to help recover some of the loss. For absolute certain, this $50 covers the 25 and the 16 or the 18. This win makes this play a free play on the ATS. We can take that. I can take this back down to 110. Put this money back in my rack. And that would be $40. That $40 that comes back to the rack as profit. Besides that, I can actually pull that out of here. Right? I can take that out of our overall losses. I'll turn these bets off. That's enough. I covered my action for this shooter, right? Let's just let this shooter play itself out. 5. Bets are off. Mark the 5. Boom. 6. That's great. Mark the 6. 8. Making our way up the line. That's great. Mark the 8. Inside numbers are basically covered, right? We got the 5, 6, 8, and 9, and the 10. We just need the extremes here, right? We need the random shooter to get the extremes for us. There's another 6, right? Again, just playing the ATS. I'm just won enough money to cover my ATS bets, and that's all I worried about, right? Nothing else matters but that. There's a 9. There's a 10. That's great. We already had it, though. Come on, give me something small. 6. Little tiny numbers or big giant numbers. Let's go. Come on, Randy. 9 again. Boy, oh boy. That's the point. Oh, my God. The point doesn't matter because now it really doesn't matter now. I'm just playing for the number, baby. There's an 8. Come on. Come on, shooter. 9 again. My God, the 8s and 9s. This is a monster roll in the making, but I'm not playing it because my focus here is just the ATS. We're just playing for the ATS. We made just enough money to cover the 2 bets that are here and here, so it's a free play. Pure slot machine, pure bonus, baby. There's a 1, 2, 3, ace, deuce. We're 1 off. We're 1 away. We are 1 away, or 2 away down there, right? 2 away down below, 2 away up top. Come on, give me something nice. Another 9, God. Let's go. Come on, shooter. Come on, shooter. Another 9. Is that like 7 9s on this? That 9 should be at table max, right? Golly. 7 out. You knew that was coming, right? What a bummer. We had a great run there. It was like super shooter, right? Didn't get the ATS though. How often does that happen to you? We'll leave the 110 here up and off, okay? We lose these 2, but it doesn't matter because we made the money on the table last time, right? We're actually okay. That's going to be $777, so $21. Out here, still a quarter on the pass line because that covers that. Here we go. Coming out. New shooter, new direction. It's an 8. Okay, I like that on the pass line. It's a great pass line bet. There's an 8. Booyah. I actually might have made money in the pass line last time, I think at the point. I think I owe myself a quarter. Actually, I know I do. I owe myself a quarter because we hit the 9 on the pass line. Here we go. We are on a 4. And by the way, the bets up here are on. These bets are on because we need to cover those 2 bets, 25 and 21. That feels like $35, $45, $46. We need to get that $50 inside again. 3 ace deuce. 3 ace deuce. There's an ace deuce. And of course the 8. I might have hit 2 points last time. So that's, I probably owe myself more money. I wasn't paying attention. 3, 3, 6. Right there, the 6. That's going to mark that. And again, we drop our $9. We can make those look like they're going to pay 50 for 1. There we go. All right. They're still on. Did I mark the 9? No. 9. There we go. Here we are. Let's do it. 5. Okay, we got the inside covered. Great. Mark the 5. Right there. 50 for 1 up top. Guess what? We're paid for. Those 2 are now covered by the $50. I can turn them off. Bets are off. Boom. Let's hit this thing. Nope. God, it's frustrating, isn't it? Frustrating. All right. Loser, 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 loser. That was 7s. Now we're going to go to 8s. We'll go to that. What time is it? Do I have time to keep going? Do I have time to keep going? It is 8 something. I think I'm okay. All right. Let's go to still $25 on the pass line. $24 over here because that's going to be 8, 8, 8. Okay. Again, progressing by $1 every single time. $24, $1 change. Again, we need 50 for 1 up here to pay for those bets. And again, all I care about is paying for those bets. I just want to, oh, look at that. That's good and sucks all at the same time. That's going to be a midnight. Takes our pass line. Now we're kind of upside down. Right now we got to win $75. Again, got to pay those bets off. 314. 314. That's our point. Let's mark the 4 on the ATS. Pass line there. That's $49. Plus we lost a quarter. So we're going to have to do some inside juice to make some money. There's a 2, 1, 2, 1, 3. Booyah. There's a 10 hard. Okay, we're not on the 10. But we'll mark it. Oh, I got to turn these bets on for a minute. They're on until we get a hit on the inside. Inside hit. I need an inside hit. 7. Frick. Oh, that sucks. That sucks in the biggest possible way. So this here was 110 plus the $9, right? So this is all going down. Oh, man, that sucks, dude. That sucks in a big-ass way. 125. Damn. I don't like getting my ass tore up like that. That is no fun. 375. So now we're down $400 basically, right? Just up here, trying to get our freaking money back off. We're down $400. That's ass. That's ass big time. All right, now we got to go up. We'll do probably our last progression or 2 here, depending on the shooter. We're gonna go up now to $30 on the pass. And that's going to be $999, $27. So this is going to be $30 there and $29.999, $27 over here. Boom. Okay. 30 at $60. Essentially, we got to win $60 up in here. We're going to be down $500 here in just a minute because I got to break this chip to 5. And we'll take these 2 and make quarters out of them. And we're going to go 160 across. I'm going to actually go like this. Okay, it's going to be 125, or sorry, 150, 200, and 20 across. 220 across. It's going to be 80 change. And here we go. Those are off. Let's come out. Give me a come out 7. Nope. Haven't had many of those today. There's a 6. We'll mark it up. Let's get it done. Again, we got to make 60 bucks in here. We got to make 60 bucks to cover those bets. 8. Well, there it is. 8 pays 70. Okay. That covers the bets that are out there, and they can be turned off. Again, the goal here is to cover your bets, get them turned off. We're losing extra money because we're trying to cover the losses from before, right? We can stay out for a little bit here and try and recover 1 or 2 more losses, but we're putting 220 at risk. There's a 10. Maybe we'll just chip away at it. We'll do 50 for 1 on that 10. And we'll take the 2 hits, and we'll take 50 bucks off our loss pile. Turn these bets off, mark the 10, and now we're covered. These bets are covered. Free play. Free ATS shot, right? Let's get it done. 5. 6 again. That's the point, which is good because that pays 30 bucks. That covers. Actually, I'll pay the 30 bucks out of the losses, right? Nice. Six is already marked. Puck is off. Come out 7. Come on. Nope. Back to the 6. Can we do this? 8. Here's the 8. 10. Good. We already had the 10. There's the 7. There she blows. Okay, all of it goes away again, but these are still here. So, it's okay. It was a free play. This goes back to the bank. Free play. Puck is off. That was 9.99. Now it's 10.10.10, so it's 30 bucks there and 30 bucks here on the line. This will be our last shooter. 4. That's a 2-2. Shows 8, but that was actually a 4. There's your point. We'll mark it up. We'll turn these on. And again, got to make 60 bucks out of here. And we got a 5. 3, 2, 5. That's 35 of the 60. I'll just same bet that. There's a 10. 50 for 1. 50 for 1. Mark the 10. Take the 50 back. And now these bets are paid. And again, who cares, right? This one are covered. These are off. They did their job. Just have a run, right? Let's make it happen. 5, 1, 6. Marking that 6. Come on. Nope. We got a 7. But you can see where I'm going here, right? If you're going to play the ATS and you want to really go after it, this is a way to really go after it. Like, this is a way to take your big time shot at it. And again, those are all free, right? If you use your box bets just to kind of pay for those two, you're going to be largely okay. We've gotten PSO'd a few times, but you see where I'm headed here. Now it's going to be 6-6 or 666, which is not 666. I'm sorry. It's going to be 11, 11, 11. So $33. So there's 35. 33 with 2 change. Over here, 35 on the pass line. Maybe I'll even do 40, just because. Come out 7. All right, 40 bucks. That's fantastic. That pays for the pass line bet, right? I'm gonna stack that bitch up. Let's make it happen, huh? There's a 5. Let's just be aggressive down there. 5 is the point. We'll mark it up. If I grab the 5, that'll easily pay for both bets. That actually makes this look like $75 down there. 80 bucks. Let's go. Trying to get a freebie down there if I could. There's an 8. There's an 8. We'll mark that one up. That pays 70 bucks. 50, $60, $70 on the 8, right? We had 40 plus 30 is $70. We had $73 at risk. There's 70. I'm going to call that good enough and say that we're even. Okay, but bets are off. So these bets are all covered now. It's just about making this damn thing work. There's the 9. Actually, I'll mark the 9 in here so you can see it better. 11, yo, 11, yo. That's our first yo, I think, all day. 5, we got another 5. That's the point, which is great because we had $80 on it, right? $80 on that point. And because you have the ATS already set, you can take the point off. You don't even need it anymore. That thing was there to cover that bet. Don't even need it anymore. I'm going to take it away. If you wanted to put it out there, you could put it out there, but there's no need to. This bet's already paid for. If you lose it, so what, right? That extra win that we just got there covers that plus. If this is a 7, it doesn't matter. This is 6. 4, 2, 6, which means we have, what do we have here? 5, 6, and 9. We're not even close. All right, I thought we were closer than we were. Another yo. Another yo. Another 9. Okay, well, we're just hitting repeaters here. Another yo. Wow. That yo coming, baby. Another yo. Good Lord, Chira, what are you doing to me, pal? Flip one of those over. Flip it over. There's an 8. We have an 8 yet? We do have an 8. There's a 6, which we already have. My God, what a great roll. What a great shooter. Come on, Randy, get something down low. Nope, there's a 7. Taking our crack at it. The ATS is hard to hit, right? We've bled every single shooter that we've been through. Now, this is going to be, that was at what? That was 9 per, right? Our next one, actually, that was 11 per. We're at number 12. This is the 12th shooter in a row that hadn't even sniffed it, okay? Randomly shooting it. So I think we're done time-wise. So that's going to be, I'm going to call it here for time just because I got to get to work. But you can see where I'm headed here, right? The ATS is a tough bet to win. And even with this tact of let's just try and not even play craps. Let's just cover the bet that we had out there. Let's just play it long enough to cover the bets that we had, or the ATS bets. That as a tactic in itself almost kind of works, right? There is another $100. There's 1, 2, 300. There's 400 over there. I'm going to get the rack reset so you can see where we got to. There's 400. That's a quarter. That's a quarter. All right. I know we lost our butts here, but that's $500. That's one purple chip. We started out with 3,000. We have 2,500. We lost 450 and change chasing that thing around, right? Had we hit one, just so you know, big loss, right? It's a total side bet, right? And we got whacked up here on these PSOs. That's why we're down, not because of anything else. But if you catch one, right? If you catch one of these at $10, right? $10 times the 30, it's $300 for one leg. It covers most of those losses, almost all, but not all. The all covers you for everything. And for the most part, other than 3 shooters where we lost the 110, the 110, and the whatever else we had out there, those 3 losses that we took in the PSOs, we covered these bets every single time. It was like, get a hit, cover the bets. Get a hit, cover the bets, turn them off. You're just trying for a free play ATS. The PSO is such a real thing. You saw the impact of that on it, but I think that was kind of a fun little play. Something different. You know, I don't know if I would ever do that, especially shooting the way I'm shooting today, but whatever, man. Let's see. I think, Corey, I only had one number set when I asked for that. And I had the $80 on the pass line. That's why I wanted it. Yeah. Many times you see the 7s. Let's see. What are you saying here? You're saying, oh, you guys are tracking 7s again. Don't track the 7s on this one. This is just me jacking random throws around, right? Let me go back over to here again so I can talk to you. Okay, that's gross. We got to, by the way, let's go here. We got to here. We were at this level, right? We were at 12, 12, 12. This is where we would have been. And as you can see, naturally you're down 164. We're here. We're negative 164 on ATS play, but we had covered ourselves. Come on, get out of the way. We had covered ourselves every single time, except for the PSOs, right? So this is kind of where I was getting to. Only playing this and trying to cover what you had out there each time progressively gets more difficult to do, but that was the point. We got to here. We would have been negative 164 had we hit the either leg, but we would have been up $1,800 had we hit the all. As you progress these bets, of course, the all becomes way more valuable. So you're winning $2,000 on the all if you happen to hit it. That's the whole reason for trying it this way. Again, I know it's kind of ludicrous, but it is Friday after all, and that's the whole point of Friday. Friday is to be a little bit silly and have some fun, and try something you would never normally try. So, what did we decide on Daily Paycheck? Did we decide a strategy? Let me look at the poll. What does the poll say? The poll says what? Let me see here. The poll says how many votes we have. We had only 19 votes, but looks like the Storm so far is in the lead. So the Storm, another 6, 7, 8 kind of strategy, which is more of a drawdown. So it's a 6, 7, 8 drawdown. I'm down with that. We'll see how it works out. 6, 7, 8 Storm drawdown. We'll see if we can make money with that one. That one's got a lot of potential to it for sure. The Storm has a ton of potential. So we'll see how it looks. But that's it for today. We're going to go dark tonight. There's going to be no, let's go over here. No Friday night fights tonight. There is a Craps Chat on Sunday, it sounds like. So I'll see you all Craps Chat on Sunday. In the meantime, I have work to get to. So you'll have a great Friday. Have a safe weekend. Enjoy yourselves. And in the meantime, God bless y'all. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.